Traders, Brian here with A+ Setups, home of the JW, Jiggle, and Reverse Mullet setups, where we focus on the three pillars: the trading model, money management, and leverage. Here at A+ Setups, we specialize in trading NASDAQ futures, one of the wildest futures beasts in the market. We have a special announcement from NinjaCo. Use my code ALPHA+. You can get at least a 50% discount on their products throughout the store. This week we focused on Solar Wave, and the final session that we did was with the W-WaveVolPro, which is what you're about to see. So this video today is it's being recorded April 5th, 2025. The session we did, the final session this week for NinjaCo demonstration products, was on April 3rd, 2025. So you can see here at the bottom of the screen, got all the codes and addresses for getting into our Discord room, accessing some free stuff, and while it's free, accessing our live streams when we trade in the morning and the afternoon sessions. Okay, this is just a recap for what we did this week. That's all this is. I'll publish another schedule for next week for another NinjaCo product that we're going to do a deep dive on. And disclaimer, please read that. Now let's get right into the recording. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're up and running. So again, appreciate everybody showing up for the NinjaCo session. Excuse me. Today we're going to be continuing with the, hold on just a second. Yeah, I just choked down a peanut butter sandwich. We're going to be continuing with Solar Wave on the top, on the chart up there. We're going to incorporate Solar Wave with the W-WaveVolPro by NinjaCo, and then we're going to incorporate simple stochastics oscillator. So I'm going to explain how all that's going to happen, and we're going to use these to synchronize, try to get one good setup in a trend. That's what we're going to try to do. Now, my objective as a trader, I'm trying to just get one good trade and I'm done for the day. That's it. That's what I'm trying to do. So this method right here will demonstrate a way for you to synchronize multiple things and get some correlation and to help you try to take a trade. So the ATM today that we're going to be using is simple. I'm just going to stick with it's wrong over here. So we already talked about pillar one, the trading model. The trading model is the triple thread here. It's the Solar Wave trend model. It's the W-WavePro volume model, and it's the stochastics set for a trend following mode. And I'm going to explain all those. So that's pillar one, the trading model, which it has a directional edge. I don't have stats, but again, I've built numerous systems based off of the same concept. Pillar two, money management. What we're going to do is we're going to be trading two contracts, and the first entry is, we'll use this as an example. First entry would be a sell limit right there on the trend vector line, and the second entry would be the close down on a bearish trend. So that's our two entries, and we'll try to get 5 points off of both of those methods there. Stop loss, you'll see that it's set for 75 ticks. Now this is just a starting point, and we could go in here and if you like to trade to try to get your one-to-one, you can certainly do that. So just again, this is for idea generation for you to see how things work together, and maybe take away a few nuggets for yourself. Pillar three is leverage. We're going to be trading two contracts, so You know, I'm saying a 150K account with a $4,500 drawdown gives you plenty of room to trade 1 and 2 contracts and stay safe in a directional edge model such as this. If you can stay true. Okay, so that's it. Now let's talk about, I listed the settings up there in the chat section a little bit just a few minutes ago, 149, so you can go back up there and look, but I'm going to open these up. I'm going to start with the Solar Wave. It's default settings 2 and 4. I haven't messed with any of the other stuff. The only thing I've turned off are all of the markers, you know, that pop up there with, I've deselected those. Markers enabled, no, I don't want to see all that stuff on the chart. Okay, W-WaveVolPro, I have set, it's kind of tuned for the trend model that we're following. So it's the multiplier trend is 2 and the multiplier reversal is 3. The volume filter, I didn't put this on here, but I use for the NASDAQ I use a 30. And what this does for the Volume Pro, there's a threshold that you don't see on here, but once there's enough volume that triggers above that threshold, then it starts accumulating, you know, positive or negative volume, and then it accumulates all the way down. So you can see the volume is accumulating as this move goes down here. So you can just use this as a confirmation tool. You could try to get in on the first pullback and hold until this level up here to get 1R or whatever your trading objectives are, or you could get in, get your 5 points on 1 or 2 contracts and call it done for the day. Alright, so that's the setup for the Solar Wave. It's the setup for the W-WaveVolPro. Now let's talk about the stochastics. How I like to use oscillators is I prefer using them in a trend following mode, and they all work essentially the same. You pick and choose. The stochastics is no better than the RSI, no better than the CCI, no better than the awesome oscillator. But so I've just picked the stochastics here to show you how I've manipulated that to turn it into a trend following mode. So what I've done is you can use any stochastic. I just happen to use the free one from Ninjaco since we're doing Ninjaco stuff. And I've got the period D set for 21, the K set for 72. It's an SMA, a smoothing period of 3. And there's nothing else set up. I mean, I changed the colors here for this. Now, the logic is, you see the blue and the red line. So I have the blue line set at 60 and the red line set at 40. So these are my trend thresholds. So when the black line see, there's not really a way on this one to set 2 different lines, so I just placed, you know, horizontal lines on there. But when %D, black line, when it gets below 40, it triggers a bearish potential bearish trend emerging. Now when %K flips back over above that, the first pullback, that's when we get ready. You can see the pullback here. We set our sell limit at the line, and we're also ready to execute in the event it doesn't make it up there on the first pullback. Then we set that that entry on the close down. So here we have the W wave triggered. You can see the marker there. It started turning pink, indicating that short volume was exceeding long volume. The solar wave turned, so we're starting to accumulate short volume. Stochastic broke below 40, and now we have the first pullback, and we take that down close. We definitely would have gotten 5 points there. Now, depending on your trading plan, you can trade as many of these as you want to. Let's look at a bullish example. W-wave triggers. You can't see it, but it starts popping above those thresholds right here. It starts accumulating. We have the stochastic pops above 60, indicating a potential or confirming the solar wave trend, and we get the first pullback underneath. %K pulls under D, pull back here. We have a resting buy limit right there. We should have been triggered in right there at the bottom, and then we have the up close. So we would have made an easy quick 5, and then we get in there for a clean 5. Hopefully that clears up what we're going to be doing today. Now let's get to some actual trading. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat box, chat channel, chitty chat channel. All right, so solar wave bullish. We're starting to get some long volume to accumulate. Go ahead and put a buy limit down there. The auto trader for reverse mullet worked superb today. I've got about another week of running that full time. I'm testing the different money management algos that I have. So that is that should be complete by the end of next week, and then I'm going to put that into sim to funded account, and maybe even fund a personal account to trade at the same time. Alright, we get a pullback. So we don't know if, oh man, I never put the Ninja bar status on this. I'm lost without those. Where is my Ninja bar status? Okay, I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'll have to use something on another chart. There we go. Okay, we're in on one. Okay, got a quick 5 on that. Now we've got a, oh man, what, did it take my buy stop out of there? There, I guess we got in a little bit late. Bam, another 5. Five and 5, real quick. That's how it's done. Okay, it's 200 bones right there. I've got the ATM set at 21 ticks to take care of commissions. So normally I'd be day done right there. Walk away, turn off, go to my other projects. Let's get rid of the data stuff here. There we go. Let me put my Ninja bar status on here. I'm lost without that. Again, I'll keep harping on this with a statistical edge, a statistically directional edge trading model. All your work should be on pillar number 2, money management. That's where you should spend all your time in sim, is polishing up how you enter and take profits, where your stop loss is. There is absolutely nothing else. This strategy here, this indicator, it's no better than any of the others. It's no worse than anything on the market. It just is what it is. It's how the trader trades it. Now I could put another.
Can I ask a question, Brian?
Yeah, sure thing.
What's that one on the bottom? Is it a stochastic or something?
I'm gonna close that because I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, hey Carlos. Yeah, at the opening I went over all this right here. So this is a stochastic configured into a trend model. So all of this it's all confirmation. So you've got the solar wave, you got the W wave, and you have the stochastics. So you're looking for solar wave to trigger bullish, to have a bullish accumulation, and you're looking for stochastics D to get above 60, K to come under, and that's your confirmation to get in right there. So that's pretty much it. So we're using all those to combine, and it just worked perfectly on that first one. That's exactly what we're looking for, and yeah, so that's what it is.
Okay, then when you share the video, I will be able to see that, right?
Yep.
Are you
Yeah, and I covered I also have the settings up there in the chat section too, so you can replicate that real easy.
Okay, I'll check it. Thank you, Brian.
Yep, you're welcome. So this is we could have entered again here. I'm not really I don't really like doing multiple entries in the trend until we start going back down again, and then I'll probably start pressing bets because I enjoy trading from the short side better. It's a preference. It's not a bias. It's just a preference. But here you only had 2 of the 3 confirmations. Had I entered here, I would have been clear to put another buy limit in right at the trend vector, because everything was still, this was still bullish, and the D was still above. It's not bearish until the D, the black line, gets below the 40. So you got 2 out of 3, well actually 3 out of 3 right there. this flips, so if you're trying to get all three, you would not have put a buy stop in above that right there. Even though it worked just fine.
Brian,
Here you have more accumulation starting to take place. The accumulation is exceeding what little bit of short volume here. You see it's hardly nothing at all. Now it's starting to accumulate again. We're still well above. We're coming back down into the crossover here. So, I mean, as long as that holds up, if you're still if you're still trying to get trading, I mean, that's a valid setup right there for sure. So we'll just go ahead and put a buy limit in there, see if we get down into that area. And this is what I was talking about earlier, is in case it doesn't, this is where we would have gotten in right there. Right there on the buy limit at the trend vector. And we're going to trail just in case it doesn't get down there and it turns up, because we're still accumulating long volume. Missed it by that much. Oh man, missed getting filled by a tick right there. One tick. There we go. All right, that's 3 for 3 so far. So that is a way to use this system here. Cool, Kason. Yeah, I've never really delved into that. I'll have to. I'll check that out after the session's over today. Now we've gone to the well twice here in this trend. I don't want to go a third time. I think you have the drift of what we're looking for, and yeah, 3 consecutive trades, $300. So that should be a good day for most people that are scalpers. In a very short period of time. It's not even, we haven't even been trading 30 minutes yet. Have to see if we get a reset here.
Brian?
Yes.
Will this template work the same way, changing the wrinkle candle
I will say, generally speaking, yes. I don't typically change the templates other than my channel template. The channel template, the concept is the same on all of them, but the channel width differs on all of those other instruments, and you have to tune that to the different instruments because of the the price. It's actually, I think, more along the lines of the price of the product versus the Renko size. So yeah, you'll have to change those. But say for example, Solar Wave. Yeah, you wouldn't change Solar Wave. You would adjust the bar size on the ES or the YM or Gold. So that's. I would no, that right there I would definitely look at, because the volume metrics are different on all the instruments. So you definitely want to look at something like the ES, which is heavy volume compared to the NASDAQ, compared to the YM. Yeah, you would probably come up with different threshold settings on this. So I look and I try to tune these to where they're closely matching on the first pullbacks. Is what I usually that's where I tune everything to that first pullback right there. And if something looks wonky, then I've probably got something really set out of whack on these. And then once I look at like 4 or 5 of the first pullbacks and everything's lit, then any other pullback I look at, if it looks different, then I'll know that there's something odd about that pullback I'm looking at. No, it's set differently too, so you'll see that too on the recording. The first part there, it's set for the trend is 2 and the multiplier reversal is 3, and then the volume filter is set to 30 for the NASDAQ. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's another look at the trend itself. I've always liked using oscillators in this fashion, so I use the thresholds, above and below 50, which is typically the boundary. But you can set the threshold levels to how far above 50 you want to confirm everything. But yeah, it's just another way to use them. This is still just a big pullback. I mean, we're still accumulating volume. The D is still above 40, so this won't get bearish until this pierces and punctures the 40 level, and then by then, if it does that, the solar trend should turn as well, and then we just wait for another setup. But I mean, they're pushing some volume in right here on this pullback, so we'll see if this thing has some legs back to the upside here. And again, just like to bring up, while got everybody on the horn here, if you decide, I'm not going to ever push you guys buying anything other than Markers Plus. That's the single best product I have seen on the market out there. I really like all the Ninja. Don't get me wrong, I love all the Ninja stuff, because they put things together very nice, neat, and clean, well put together products. But if you see anything, or if you go in and buy anything from Ninja, if you don't use if you try to use my discount code and the discount is doesn't work for you, or you don't get as deep a discount as what Ninzaco is offering, don't worry about it. Use the cheapest discount code you can find, but just let me know that you bought something and from Ninzaco, and if you DM me and tell me you bought something, then Ninzaco is going to give me credit for it regardless. And again, I don't get cash for this, I get credits. So my intent is, if I can accumulate credits, then I will give away indicators. So I'm not doing this to get cash or anything. I'm doing this to try to accumulate credits so that I can in turn use those credits to buy indicators, and we'll do like a raffle, ever how often I'm able to accumulate credits for. So, but please, just if you buy anything, if you see anything you like in there, just let me know that you've either bought it, and they'll give me credit for it.
Brian,
Yes.
like what I shared, that email, remember I sent them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for a reply. If they confirm, I will tell you how that goes through.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, and thanks, Carlos. Appreciate it. And also, if there's anything that you're interested in a bundle, if you want to buy 2 or more things that you have to have, let me know. I'm talking to them directly. They will bundle anything together to give you a deeper discount. So that's on the table too. You just have to let me know what you want, and they'll do that.
I will only buy things you show, prove, and bundle it. I will not buy by myself. That I promise. only Brian's certificate, like I showed in the email I sent.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I will not get it. So that's my model.
So you see here, we were talking about this. The stochastics did its job. It never crossed below 40, so that's good. We noticed there was some volume surging right here, right at the tail end of that. That was very obvious at the time when we were there. I mean, that was prominent when it jumped up right there. That was a pretty prominent spike, and you had a nice run up, a chance to get another 5 points there. So we're still in a trend, even though it's not making new highs in this trend. It could be faltering, getting ready to go back down. I'm excited that we may get some downward pressure. Empire Maker's not on here, is he? Nope. So I don't like talking about rooting for markets to go down, because Empire Maker has several long positions that he's nursing right now. So, but anyway, yeah, that's what I'm waiting for right now. This is choppy, but it still gives you a chance. I mean, you had multiple opportunities if you missed things back over here to try to get your 5 points. So hopefully this all makes sense. Solar Wave, W-Wave, VolPro, and a stochastics set up for a trend following mode in case you decide you want to use something along these lines. You can use the same principle with RSI, with CCI, any of those other oscillators. Just convert them into a trend following indicator. So while we're in here on the Ninzaco session, is there any Ninja products that you folks would like to see me demonstrate? Is there anything you'd like to see in action? I just have to send Ninja let them know what I want to show, and they'll send me a 30-day license for those to kick the tires on. So I'll keep Solar Wave here. If you folks don't come up with something that you want me to do, I'll probably go in there and select like one of their Fibonacci trading indicators, and we'll pair that up with, say, Solar Wave and potentially W-WaveVolPro, and use that in a trading model. But let me know if there's anything that you see. I think some of the guys, somebody told me, I think it was Hey Bro, is like, I don't really want to do like if Captain Optimus is Solar Wave plus an auto entry, I don't want to do that because it's the same thing. But I'm looking for things that are different, and I don't really, if you guys say you want to look at something like Easy Trend or something that, I can program that, I can knock that out in markers in less than 5 minutes. So a lot of that stuff is pretty easy to do. I'm looking at the complicated things that I can't put into play that may add exceptional value to our trading models, and I'm sure they've got lots of things that fit that criteria. Man, we are just washing back and forth, but it's been easy to get 5 points on these pullbacks here for sure. Look at that volume. It just continues to build up here. Until it doesn't, it'll crack just like that. Whoa. Then it starts back again. Leave this look up here until we change structure. Yeah, what is this thing? Look, this thing is just shelves, and then down, shelf, down, shelf, down, potential shelf, and then potentially down. Who knows? Till it breaks this structure here. This was the pinnacle at 12:30 Eastern time today. She's just been getting short, punishing the shorts, getting short again, trying to scare the shorts, taking them down again, scare the shorts, take them down again. So this could be the big one here, that we could get some velocity going into the close. Let's see. We don't know. I'm just trying to guess at what kind of game they're playing. But until this structure cracks, until that volume turns pink and falls off the edge, until this goes down below 40, and as long as this panel stays green up here, we're still washing back to the bullish side. Best to buy the up closes. But look at this long trend vector line here. That thing, it finally moved up right there, but yeah, I think that could have just been a sweep. The games they're playing. Let's sweep them. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, we could have had the plunge protection team in there keeping this thing, keeping the S&Ps, which everything's keyed off of, keeping the spoos up, so that and then they could just back away going into the close. This thing could just go all the way down into potentially. This thing could actually go down to a circuit breaker close today. That would be unbelievable. We're 4% down in the SPX right now. 7% is the circuit breaker. I mean, really, the high was made today at 5 o'clock Eastern time in the morning, and we've just constantly made lower highs all day long on the 15-minute chart. All right, let's see if this is what we're looking for. About to puncture, about to break. See what the volume says. Okay, solar waves starting to turn. Stochastic punctures to the downside. We haven't seen the W wave. There it is. So we're starting to flip on volume now. Let's go ahead and put a sell limit up there. Stage one of our orders. Starting to see a little bit of pink show up here on the lower panel. It's starting to build up above that threshold. There we go. Sell one right there. We'll put a sell stop in right here. Follow that in case it doesn't make it up there. Now, the question I always ask myself, because I'm suspect of what them and they are doing. We know that we talked about this. Maybe they were sweeping this to take it down. That's exactly what they did. But are they sweeping this to get short, or are they sweeping this to just make one big old move back up to the upside? I'm always suspect of the sweeps when we get into a market like this, because I never know what their game is until they make their next move. But anyway, we're going to play the setups. That's what we're going to do. Play the setups. Bam, quick 5. That's what I'm talking about. It's 4 in a row for today. We'll take the down close as well if we get there. All right, so you see we're setting up here, everything looking right. We're accumulating volume. they're debating right now. They're fighting over the button, over which way to push it. I just envision two MIT PhDs with fighting over the button, whether they're going to push it and make their algos go up or push it and make their algos go down. And because they've got unlimited capital, they pat themselves on the back for being such great traders. I'm not sure I follow what you're talking about. It doesn't color itself until it closes, and then the indicator colors it. But while it's not, it stays whatever color I tell it in the data series. Okay, traders, hopefully you enjoyed that recorded session there with Solar Wave and the W-WaveVolPro. Again, our purpose in doing this is to demonstrate, the great products Ninzaco has and how you can use those pre-made models as part of pillar number 1, your trading model. Then you can focus on money management. So, in conclusion, what we did this week, we demonstrated numerous ways to use the solar wave indicator, and then added a confirmation tool at the end, the W-WaveVolPro. And then, as you also saw, I added in the stochastics, converted it into a trend model so that you can see, you could use that as another confirmation in anything that you do. So the successful trend following profile for Solar Wave enables the trader to manipulate the single most important aspect of trading, and that's money management. Pillar number 2, when you have a ready-made trading model such as Solar Wave, you, the trader, are free to concentrate on getting the money management algo right, which is the most important aspect, and then pairing all your work to the right size prop firm account, ensuring that the proper amount of leverage is applied. From there, it's just a matter of process. Sticking with your plan and process. Of course, we partner with Ninzaco. We have great discount offers on all Ninzaco products. Just use the code alphapluss, and you can see there's a possibility you could even get a deeper discount with by using this code. Also, become a member of alphaplussetups while it's free. Disregard the first line. I'll talk about that on the next slide. But we focus on the NQ futures. We focus on producing trading models that make a difference. I have some really, really good setups with a great statistical directional edge, and we're producing stuff all the time in there. It's only going to get better. So coming soon, I kind of alluded to it, we're going to a subscription-based model. Over the course, probably within the next 2 weeks. So more to follow in that respect, where we're going to offer more and more things available to you, the trader, to try to help you get your footing inside of potentially one of the greatest business models around. So here's the link to our Discord room where you can come in while everything is free and access all the free stuff. And then, of course, you can always contact me on email at the email address below. So before we close, I didn't include any profits that we made in the trading this week using the Solar Wave product. For all of you that participated, you know that we had a really good green day, first day trading Solar Wave. I'm not going to mention numbers because I didn't record it, and it's hearsay. So everybody sitting in there know that we were profitable using MNQ futures the next day, and then we were profitable on the last day of trading as well. So any rate, I want to thank you for tuning in, for watching the videos, for coming into the room while we do this. We'll do more of it in the future. This is Brian signing off and wishing everybody good luck in their trading.